The most opulent vehicle I've ever seen. It's nothing compared to what these people do. But there was this preacher who had like one of those mega churches here in Atlanta, and he pulled into our dealership once to like buy something else or like get something traded in. Like he wasn't buying Ford. Don't misunderstand. But like because we had a dealer's license, he could get like cool shit brought in because he wanted to do business with our guy. Anyway, it was either a Navigator or an Escalade. It was one of the two. It doesn't matter. But the inside was all alligator and mahogany.
Oh.
like everything that should have been leather was alligator, and everything that should have been plastic and like on the dash and stuff where you like tap it with your finger down. You're like, oh, this is $100,000 vehicle with a plastic fucking dash. How does that work out? No, it's like mahogany inlaid and shit. Everything's metal, mahogany, or alligator. It was sick.
This happens to me too often, where like I hear like, oh, it was the most gauche, terrible looking, no class, bad taste thing ever, and they lay it out there, and I'm like, actually, I think I like that. I
like
think wait, alligator interior.
That wasn't. I don't
that's
think that
my
was ghost,
style.
though. Like that was just kind of fucking nice. Like
Isn't
I don't
it?
think alligators over the top. I don't think alligators over the top.
Alligator cowboy boots.
They need a Lone Star edition, but Sunshine State edition F-150.
Yeah. The Florida Man
Sunshine
F-150. Oh, glad you brought F-150s. Did you see
I'm
the
totally in
Lightning?
favor of using reptiles for their skin for stuff. Like
Now
I
that I
can
think
understand
about
not
it,
wanting to
reptiles
kill
are
a mink.
assholes.
Yeah, reptiles suck. Like I was at the zoo just the other day, and I was like looking at the elephant, and I was with my fiance, and I'm like I love looking at the animals, but this makes me so sad. Like one of the elephants just like looking at a wall eating, probably because he's smart enough to be like, I'm tired of people gawking at me. I don't have enough space. And then like
make him look at my butt.
Then you look at like the other animals, and you're like, oh man, that giraffe. I don't like him there either. He's probably smart enough. He shouldn't be there. And then you see the alligators and the lizards and the snakes, and it's like there is no reason any more that you guys than the insects should not be kept. You're not even with it. You just have a hindbrain. It's eat, fuck, sleep. That's all they do. Like they don't even mind that they're captured.
I'm feeling judged right here.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you can.
And I think you just talked trash about Kyle too.
they could take you guys, throw you in there.
How dare you?
Yeah, but
Us
fuck
reptilians.
reptiles.
There's nothing wrong with that. Did you see the new F-150 though? The Lightning
Yes.
looks pretty good. So I guess they've got a gasoline and an electric model. Obviously, the electric model is the cool thing. Two versions, one with like 230 miles of range and one with 300 miles of range. And I think the 300-mile range one is like mid $50,000 mark, but the other one is around 43,000. But then you've got that like federal electric vehicle tax refund thing, which I believe is like something like $7,500, right? So 7,500 from 43,000, and you're into a pretty cheap electric F-150 with 230 miles of range, and it's a four-door.
Yeah,
Good
that was
fucking
one of the things. It's the Super Crew I read.
Yeah.
Which is is there more than one four-door? Or does four-door
I don't
mean
know.
Super
Like they're
Crew?
always changing shit, and I really
Yeah.
don't keep up with the trends.
I have a Super Crew. I have a Ford F-150. I have a King Ranch with the Super Crew.
Oh, I like the King Ranch.
Oh, it is. It took me 6 months to find this truck. It's
Yeah?
a special. It's called. It's a kind of a brown metallic. It's gorgeous. Yeah, but I got it. I've had it for a year. Then it comes out they have the electric ones coming out. So I'm like, man, really?
So what year is yours? 2020?
2020. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Gorgeous.
Mine's 2018, so I would really like the generator, which I think came out in 2020. Anyway, I probably won't get it. I'll probably just drive this truck for a long time. But yeah,
Hey, you got a nice truck.
the new electric F-150 looks super cool. It does the electric thing, like you can plug things into it if that's part of your use case. I think it's not for you, but I would like to camp and have that giant battery.
I could do a
available.
little camping every now and then if there's weed involved.
Okay, I could see that. And it's super fast. Like 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds. I think that's right.
Anything near 4 seconds, 0 to 60 in a truck is fast as hell.
Yes. Yeah, it's outrageously fast. It's really neat, and it's affordable, and they think it could change the way that people think about electric vehicles, right? Because right
think it
now
will.
they're kind of off to the side a little bit. Like the Teslas and Prius to some extent, they're like, someone's made an alternative choice. But when
There
the
you go.
F-150 is electric, someone's made a mainstream electric vehicle now. Mm-hmm. See how that changes the world.
Affordably, because like on the when you look at what Hummer's doing, right? They're making an electric Hummer. It's $100,000. Okay, that's not a mainstream fucking vehicle. When you're talking about something that after the tax credit is going to be $36,000, that's super affordable. That's super affordable. That's what like a new truck cost when I was a kid.
Yeah. I don't.
But it makes me think, where are they cutting costs on that? Like what? I mean, I have a King Ranch, which is it's a luxury truck, right?
Right.
And it costs a lot more than that. So where are they saving the money? I mean, the technology, it can't be that
It could be
cheap.
profit margins too. Like this is an investment in the future, trying to get a foothold in EV before the other guys do.
So it's a loss leader then.
It might be spite taking a bite out of Elon Musk as well.
Yes, yeah.
the
I have a
Cybertruck
comparable
is its
truck. I have the
direct
Platinum,
competitor.
which is not far from the King Ranch, and I think they have a lot of profit margin in it. Like that could be.
You can look at the invoice. It would have a good bit of profit margin in it, but actually, the invoice would have more to do with what the dealership is making. Now that I think about it,
not what Ford has.
But even the dealership has a lot of profit margin, like built into every one of those little accessories, from your nav system to your stereo to.
Everybody's making money off of those of us who paid $2,000 for an upgraded radio.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're talking about a $60,000-$70,000 truck, there's a lot of profit margin built in.
It just had to have the running boards, just had to have them.
Dude, I love my running boards. They go up and down when you open the door.
Just had to have the running boards.
I had to have them. And
Had to have them.
I placed so much value, and I still do. I like it. My cruise control slows down when I catch up to the car in front of me. And
yeah.
I don't know what I paid for that. It was worth a lot to me, but I'm sure the profit margins were delicious.
You had the glass ceiling, the 2-panel glass roof.
Yes, I in the lot loved it. I was like, man, this is amazing. It goes back so far. It's incredible, etc. I've opened that like twice in the last 3 years.
I live in California. It's 110 degrees outside. I never use it. It's like sun bakes you inside. Like I've opened it probably 4 times in 2 years.
North Carolina has the best weather on the planet for 4 weeks a year. The 2 weeks headed into summer and the 2 weeks coming out. Those are the times I might open it. So
yeah, but that truck's really cool, and the price point is extraordinary. If that, I wonder when the release date is. I did not look up. Let me see.
No. F-150 Lightning.
I wonder if it's they have saved on the weight, because when you pull the internal combustion engine out of it, you're probably taking a lot of weight out of the truck, right? Just a motor.
I don't know. The
Well,
batteries,
the batteries are super heavy.
Batteries.
Spring of 2022 is the answer, Kyle.
God damn it! It's always a year away, and then next year, next January, it'd be like, yeah, maybe fall.
You're thinking of Tesla. I bet Ford hits their dates. I could be wrong.
Holy shit! 563 horsepower, 775 foot-pounds of torque,
In a half ton.
and it's instantaneous torque, mind you, because it's electric. Like this isn't. Holy shit! Standard range model, 18-inch wheels can hold a maximum 2,000 pounds of payload, which is just comparable to like the standard one. Extended range battery, max tow package, 10,000 pounds of available towing capacity. It's blowing the Cybertruck away in towing capacity.
What does the Cybertruck have?
It's far less, like half that or less. I thought it was like 4,500 pounds of tow capacity.
Sounds like Ford is pushing their shit in.
It's what I remember it being. I remember it being like, yeah, this isn't really for towing.
I'll look it up.
But the real concern will be like,
I think you're off target. It's 14,000 pounds of Cybertruck.
Oh my God. It tows 14,000? For how long?
Yeah, that is
right across from one end of the
minutes,
stage to the other.
You should see the Tesla's copy on this. With the ability to pull near infinite mass.
We attached the Tesla Cybertruck to the moon.
We attach it to a fucking black hole. And a towing capacity of over 14,000 pounds. The Cybertruck can perform in extreme situation. Yeah, because I remember they towed a 747 with the truck, like to show off how well it tows. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know how well it stops pulling a 747, but it...
All right, so here's something interesting, Woody. I don't know if you knew this, because I didn't. In addition to connecting to your house when it needs to be recharged, the F-150 Lightning can also power your home if the lights go out. Even without the push of a button. Via its intelligent backup power feature, it can provide full home power for up to 3 days on a fully charged battery.
So this is
Or as
interesting.
long as
Little as this
10
person's house.
or as long as 10 days if you're rationing the power for its sake.
You know what's gonna power my house for like 90 minutes, but
Yeah.
but here's the thing. I think I could be wrong, but it was my understanding that's the charging station. So it charges like a mile an hour at 120, something like 3 miles per hour at 220. These numbers are from my memory.
Well, can you explain
But-
what does that mean?
Like how many?
Voltage.
This is how much. Oh, 120 and 240 are voltages, right?
Okay.
Like normal voltage and your dryer.
Your PC is plugged into 120. Your dryer's plugged into 220.
Right. Okay. So the higher one, it only does something. It adds like 3 miles of capacity to the truck's battery per hour. Right. So like overnight, it gets you somewhere.
Yeah.
But or you can have this charging station. And my understanding of how it works is it's like plugged into 220, so it's always filling its battery, and then it can dump into the truck quickly. So it does something like 20 miles per hour. These numbers are from my memory.
Mm-hmm.
But the concept is this charging station always charges, always sort of tops off its battery so that it can dump quickly into the truck. Or in the case of a power outage, power your house.
That's really cool.
It's a neat idea.
I wonder how much that
really neat.
costs.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I'd like to know. Like, if it's $5,000,
It changes a lot too, because that's the thing. Like you look at this truck and you say, "Ooh, 36,000." You have my attention. Right. Plus 20 to modify your house to charge it. And are you a renter because you're upgrading your landlord's home? Is that cool with
Yeah.
you?
I'm hoping that it's just something you just like wheel into your garage, sit over there, like do some basic wiring, and you're good. Like if
said
that's
right here that-
accomplished,
It says right here the cost of installation is between $800 and $1,300,
no big
and
deal.
and a solar system, a solar power one, $7,000 and up. That's what I'm reading
Oh,
right
That's
now.
the cost of installation. Does it include the cost of the unit? Or is that labor? Like
Yeah, because I can install it myself.
it's-
It says the range across the country varies up to $15,000 in California. The 6 kilowatt system, which is it's $12,000 to $15,000.
Jesus Christ. Well, don't do it there.
Yeah, I mean, there's charging stations everywhere out here.
Go do it in fucking Utah or something, I guess.
Like every parking lot I go to has multiple charging stations.
Really? I still don't see a ton of them. Like when I notice
If
them,
you
I'm
go
like,
to like
oh,
a
there's one of
Tanger,
those
I don't know if you have Tanger outlet there. Like you go to like a shopping
Mm-hmm.
center or like a strip mall, a mall, or like a nice restaurant. There's a charging station. Every
Yeah.
parking garage has multiple ones in Atlanta.
Yeah, parking garages, I've seen them.
We have a lot out here, a lot.
Yeah, for sure in
that
California.
would make sense in California.
Yeah, and a lot of the higher end parking areas, you see the first, like you have the handicap row, then you have the charging row. So if you're driving gas powered vehicles, you're way in the back of the lot.
Ah,
As you should be, you internal
As
combustion
you-
monster.
Neanderthal.
yeah, assholes ruining the
Dinosaur
environment
killer.
for fun. So, Woody, are you gonna? This wasn't this Lightning wasn't announced before you bought your current new truck, right?
True. It's not new anymore. It's a 2018, I think.
I guess. Is there any part of you that's like, I kind of want to give the Lightning a go? Because I know you're not going to do the Cybertruck.
I'm like 80% full of crap, though. Every year I think, ooh, this new one looks better than mine, and I don't
you-
do it.
I'm actually interested. Like I'm gonna take a look at it because like I do like the idea of a super fast fucking truck because it like clicks a lot. I don't know, but not, at the end of the day, I'm still driving a Ford.
I don't know, man. I got the twin turbos in mine. It jets, man. I can jump on a highway pretty freaking quick.
So Jesus Christ, how long, what's the longevity on a twin turbo King Ranch though? Like right? Like, that
No,
can't be
man.
good
But
for
tell
you.
you what, I'm taking it to the edge.
For now, it's good.
I drive it a lot, man.
That was the same question I had, right? Like 15 years from now, when your truck is not yours anymore, and some lawn crew is pulling around their mowers and a trailer, is that twin turbo really still going to be doing its job?
Call Jose's Express Service for your lawn. We'll get it done same day, very quick. Before the calls, before you hang up, we're there.
They get out of the truck, they're all wearing racing helmets.
They got a roll cage on their fucking truck.
I like
Jose's
to think
wearing a
they've
fucking
got
fire suit.
twin turbo zero turn mowers too. Just to rip it all out.
A twin turbo mower
Yeah.
for when you really fucking hate grass. I don't want to mow it. I hate it. I abhor grass.
I'm struggling to get a price on the charging station.
Yeah, I would. I don't know. I
Where you
would
are,
bet
yeah.
that there's. I don't know.
Go to Edmunds. Edmunds, EDMUNDS. They're like Edmunds, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to sell cars.
True cost of powering an electric car. Kilowatts, not gallons.
But it's the...
Yeah,
I wonder if it'll
what's
come
like,
in.
what-
I'm looking
Okay.
at it here. Like the thing I like about the Cybertruck is how ridiculous it looks. Like I really like how ridiculous it looks. And Ford obviously looks like a Ford, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it is a boxy truck, which isn't my favorite look. I really like how ridiculous the Cybertruck looks.
That's interesting too. Like Ford and somebody else came out with electric vehicles, electric trucks that aren't going to be like I'm looking for a
Showstoppers.
parallel to wind resistance that is buyer resistance, right? If you could just imagine in your head some straw chewing Trump voter who's buying his replacement truck who doesn't want a Rivian or a Cybertruck, he wants something that looks like the truck he's always had, and Ford and whoever else is going to fill that niche.
And
Yeah.
if it's that much cheaper, like they don't even need to be going for a niche. Like they're going to pick up everybody who is enthralled by the idea of an electric truck and who
I mean,
said,
the Tesla's also
"Oh,
right
the Tesla,
there.
that's such a cool idea." Well, but to get that like really high level of Tesla, isn't that like 85,000 compared to like 30 grand less?
I think it's like 40, 50, 60 as you step up in the range and power.
I thought there was like some 10K edition that all of them needed. So it was like,
Oh.
That's like self-driving. If you want it to be self-driving, it's like
okay.
8K on top of
And the
whatever you get.
F-150 has four motors. Each wheel has its own. I'm looking at the frame right now. Each wheel has its own motor.
That's actually interesting.
Dude, you know what they should do? A tank mode, right? You should be able to go 2 forward, 2 reverse, and just like a tank. And
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it do that?
You could
you should
pivot
be able to
in
add
place.
treads.
When I park, I want to be able to like turn 90 degrees, back up, turn 90 degrees, and like parallel parking is the thing of the past.
I bet
I
that's going
agree
to be
with you
Tesla
there.
truck
Like, there's
2.
no reason it shouldn't be able to do that with 4 independent motors.
Yeah, definitely. That's a really good idea.
That sounds pretty
Elon,
fucking cool.
Elon, get on the phone with the engineers. Get them moving.
And there's going to be some sort of smart system where like, some sort of weird like traction control system that's really delivering the power perfectly to all 4 wheels all the time.
Yeah, they're pretty close to that now.
Well, the Audi Quattro has that, right?
Does it?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of those all-wheel drive, like high-end things are already doing that. But when you've got like an independent motor for each one, you can really see some possibilities there.
That's what you share about the Lightning. It has a. I'm looking at it on Forbes has a big article about it, and it has as the tail light goes across the tailgate down. It's like a big, so the whole back light lights up. It's sharp looking. Now you got me thinking, you bastards.
It looks cool, man.
this King Ranch twin turbo. I don't even want it.
It's like going to a strip club, I want one of those.
Then you spend all your money on that stripper, and you go, but this other one's got bigger tits. I want that one. I'm out of money. I already give them.
Does your truck have the thing where like your phone just opens the truck when you walk up to it if your phone's in your pocket?
Well, what's cool?
The key does.
What's really
that.
cool here is that it has a front trunk. Has a trunk space where the engine was.
Trunk.
It has golf clubs. You have
A frunk,
You
isn't it?
have the bed and you have the front as storage.
Dude, if you haven't seen the frunk on the F-150, the grill lifts with the hood, and it's almost alarming. Like it's like a tailgate in the back almost. Like you get right into it. You can sit on the front comfortably. It's I've never seen another car like that. But you're like, yeah, why wouldn't it do that? Why would you have a dumbass bucket in the front when you could raise the grill with it? It's cool. It's good design.
Okay, I'm reading. So this is interesting. The entry model is commercially oriented, while the more equipped mid-series XLT is $53,000. They may be selling a $40,000 truck with rubber floor mats and cloth seats. That's probably what we're talking about.
Well, that you can buy that now. I'm sure they can't a platinum for 40 grand. I mean, we'd all be running buying it now.
Yeah.